If you want to be a part of the conversation before it happens here on YouTube, click that link in the description to join the free Courtside Financial Discord.
What's going on, everyone? My name's Obi, and welcome back to the Courtside Financial Podcast, the podcast where we break down the biggest moves in business and technology. Once again, we're talking about the global automotive industry, and we're going to be discussing some massive shifts. We're going to be talking about everything from NIO's aggressive moves in China to Tesla's battle for California, some major drama at one of the world's largest automakers. So it's going to be a super interesting, super insightful episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell icon, and leave a comment down below. All your engagement really does go a long way in helping out the channel, helping us to reach a broader audience, continue to do research, and continue to put out content. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Now let's talk about NIO's latest moves in China. Now, full disclosure, I'm bullish on NIO, but I always try to remain objective. They've just announced aggressive promotions for December, and the timing is pretty fascinating. They're offering longer NOP plus perks, raising it from 3 years up to 5, and better battery as a service perks. For example, you now get 1 bill waiver after every 3 payments instead of 4, and they've upped the maximum waivers to 15. Here's why this matters. NIO delivered 20,575 vehicles in November. That's up about 29% year over year, and they need to hit at least 30,449 vehicles in December to meet their Q4 guidance. That's a big jump, and these promotions show that the company is serious about hitting these numbers. Now let's zoom out to the global stage because things are getting spicy in California. Elon Musk and Governor Newsom, former friends turned rivals, are in an all-out political battle. California is planning new EV incentives, but here's the kicker. They might exclude Tesla. Newsom's office says it's about promoting competition. But let's be real, there's some serious political drama here. The numbers tell an interesting story. Tesla's sales dropped about 13% in the first 3 quarters of this year, and their market share fell from 63% to 54.5%. Meanwhile, companies like Hyundai and BMW are gaining ground, though they're still way behind with just 5.6 and 5% market share respectively. Speaking of market dynamics, we have to talk about what's going on in Europe. We'd be remiss if we didn't. The EU just hit Chinese automakers with some hefty tariffs. We're talking up to 45.3% for some companies. But here's where it gets interesting. They're already showing signs of walking this back. Now, why is that? Because European automakers actually need Chinese EVs to help boost consumer enthusiasm. Let me break down these tariffs for you. Tesla Shanghai exports 7.8%, BYD 17%, Geely 18.8%, SAIC 35.3%. But here's the plot twist. They're already in negotiations to reduce tariffs. This shows just how complex the global auto market has become. And finally, we've got to talk about some bombshell news from Stellantis. Carlos Tavares, their famous CEO and cost killer, has officially resigned. This is huge. Under his leadership, Stellantis had become Europe's most profitable car company. But this goes without say, 2024 has been rough. Their Q3 revenue dropped 27% to 33 billion euros, missing analyst expectations by nearly 3 billion. The interesting thing is how this connects to the earlier stories about China and electric vehicles. Tavares actually flipped his position on Chinese electric vehicles. He went from calling for boycotts to partnering with Leapmotor and arguing against the tariffs. Talk about a complete 180. So what does this mean for the entire auto industry? We're seeing a complete shift in the global landscape. Traditional players are struggling to transition to electric vehicles. Chinese companies are pushing hard into global markets, and political tensions are affecting businesses in ways that we've never seen before. As a NIO bull, I'm particularly interested in how these tensions might affect NIO's efforts when it comes to global expansion. Their aggressive promotions in China show that they're willing to sacrifice some margin for more market share, but they'll need to navigate these complex international waters very, very, very carefully. Anyways, that's it for today's episode of the Courtside Financial Podcast. I hope you guys found this useful, insightful, helpful, at the very least entertaining. If you found it to be any of those things, make sure that you leave a comment down below, click the like button, click the notification bell icon, share the video, join the free Discord. Yeah, we'll catch you in the next episode of Courtside Financial. Happy Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.